I'm a 21-year-old college dropout and I've turned $200 into over $800,000 in the past year trading meme coins. And that's not even the crazy part. When I first started, I had $75K worth of student loans, which means that I literally had $75,000 less than you do right now. I literally have nothing to sell you. I make money off of referral volume, which means that I'm literally incentivized to make you a better trader. That's why in this free course, I'm gonna teach you everything that you need to know to get started, whether it's wallet tracking, identifying narratives, trading strategies, so that hopefully by the end of the video, you'll be able to get started as quick as possible. All right, guys, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to phantom.com. We're gonna download Phantom Wallet by clicking on download, scrolling down, click on the browser we use, so in this case, Brave, click on add to Brave, add extension, and then it should be downloaded. It's gonna take a second and then it's gonna open up this page. It's gonna say create a new wallet. So you're gonna click on that. You're gonna click on create a seed phrase wallet, put in a password, make it something easy, it doesn't matter. I agree, continue. And then this is gonna be like your bank account. It's gonna be like your home. It's gonna show you these 12 words. Make sure to write these down on a piece of paper. Do not show them to anyone. Do not take a picture. Do not put them online. Once you have them safe, click on I save my recovery phrase, click on continue, and then just continue again. And then your Phantom wallet is being created. Now, what this means is you pretty much have this like Phantom wallet, which is going to be your bank account where you can buy, sell, send crypto. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you want to buy crypto, just click on buy. You can put in how much SOL you want. Then you're going to be able to buy using anything. Apple Pay, Venmo, debit, credit card, PayPal, MoonPay, whatever it is, it gives you a bunch of options. So it's pretty cool. And then you can use this wallet to buy and sell and send and receive crypto. So now we're gonna set up our trading bot. This is just as easy. You're gonna go to ethanprosper.com or the link at the top of the description below. Then you're gonna click on trading platform and then you're gonna click on continue with Phantom. It should look like this. You're gonna click on continue with Phantom, click on connect, confirm, and this is actually gonna ask you again for another password, so just put in the same one or a different one, then click on set up password. It's gonna take a second, don't save it, click on check, and it's gonna actually create a new trading wallet for you. So unlike the wallet that we just created, you're gonna see another one here. You can use the trading wallet that we created here to send money to this wallet. Let's say you wanted to, you would just copy it from here, go to the money that you have, click on send, put in this wallet that we just created, and then send however much SOL you want. And this could be your trading wallet. You can share this. This is fine. Just don't share the other 12 words. You can also just scan this QR code using like Coinbase or whatever platform you like. And once you have money in this wallet, just click on start trading. Now we're on our trading terminal. This is pretty much your bread and butter. This is where we're gonna trade meme coins. All right, so terminal is gonna be the trading bot that we use. It's created by Pump Fund, which is the platform that we launch and trade tokens on. And this trenches tab is gonna be your home screen. It's gonna be where you do everything related to trading. To get it set up, it's super easy. First, we're gonna go on the top right here, click on this, and then click on apply settings. This is gonna apply recommended filters and settings that will make it a lot easier for you to trade so that you don't have to see different rug pulls. And let's just like go over what this page does. So on the left right here, you have this new tab. It's gonna show you every new coin that comes out. I'm gonna zoom in real quick so you can see it better. Every single time a meme coin is created on pump.fund/create, it's gonna show up right here. These are each new meme coins. Then in the middle tab, you have soon, and these are coins that are kind of about to graduate. Graduate is gonna be on the right, so they call them migrated. And pretty much once a coin hits a certain market cap, which right now is 55K. You can see that market cap right here on the bottom right. It's gonna move to a graduated section, which is pretty much just a more like legitimate version of the coin, I guess. The coin has bonded. It's like a goal that coins try and get to, and it just means that the goal has passed that 55K market cap range. And it kind of lets us mentally split between coins that just came out, coins that are about to graduate, and then coins that have graduated on the right. So that's pretty much exactly what we're staring at all day. Now let's just pick a random coin here and kind of go over the different statistics, I guess, of the coin and what you're seeing. So let's look at Olaf, for example. Every single coin is gonna have a ticker, a name, an image, and then links. So the white thing right here you see is the ticker. It's gonna be $ Olaf in this case. Then right here, you're gonna see the name. And then right here, if you hover over it, it's gonna show you the Twitter tweet attached to the coin. And then right here, it's gonna show you the website that someone attached to the coin. If you click on this, it's gonna take you to the Pump Fund link. So someone created this coin on Pump Fund, and you can see, again, just like I was talking about, the ticker, the name, the image, and the link of the Twitter, plus the website that they attached. It's the same thing on here. And then obviously the image. And then every single coin has its own statistics. So I think I lost Olaf. Oh, it's right here. It's going to show you the amount of people that are holding the coin right now, the amount of pro traders in the coin, the recent like visitors to the coin. So how many people clicked on the coin within the terminal trading app, and then a bunch of other statistics relating to the coin. The first one by default is top 10 holders. The second one is dev supply. So the creator of the coin is called the dev, and it's going to show you how much percentage of the coin he has. Then you're going to see snipers, which are people who buy within like the same amount of time as the dev, so super quickly in. And then insiders, which are people who have received supply of the coin. It's kind of like weirdly worded because in reality, people who've received the supply aren't necessarily insiders. Most of the time, it's just someone who's trading with multiple wallets that has split supply amongst those wallets, but we'll get into that later. And then on the right, this is the most important part of it. You're going to see the market cap, the volume. Market cap is like the price of the coin. Volume is obviously how many dollars are in and out, whether it's buy or sells. Fees, and then TXs. Fees and TXs, I actually tend to remove them, and you can customize all of this, by the way. We understand that there's new coins, about to migrate, and we understand what all of this means on a coin now. So it's a little less foreign, which is pretty good. Now let's just click on a coin. We'll go to Ken, for example. And this is a lot for now, but I promise it is very easy to understand. And in a few minutes, you'll get the hang of everything. So right here, you see every single buy and sell trade. What I personally like to do is click on this button right here, and it's going to show me all of the buys and sells right here to the chart. So it makes it a lot cleaner in my opinion. Now we'll go over like the actual chart in a minute, but here on the right, you can see literally every single time someone buys or sells the coin. If you hover over it, I'm pretty sure it pauses. Yeah, see, feed is paused. And you can see, for example, this person bought $131 at 28K. This person bought $129 at 29K. This person sold $450 at 27K. So you can see literally every buy and sell. And you can think of this market cap as the price, right? That's pretty much what's really important to look at when you think of market cap. It's like the price of the coin, and that's pretty much it. Every coin starts at between 3 to 6K depending on the price of Solana. So right now it's 134, which means they're starting at 3.99K, and it goes up and down depending on the price. But on average, just say and think that they start around 3 to 4, and obviously it can go all the way up to millions of market caps, right? The highest coins have multi-billion-dollar market caps. Like Trump went to 70 billion, to put into perspective. And right now I'm going to be teaching you guys how to trade low caps. So just something to keep in mind. One thing that I don't like about Terminal is that you have a bunch of these lines that are a little confusing. So what I would recommend doing is go to our chart settings up here, click on chart, and then hide all of these lines. All you need is average fill, average exit, top 10 holders entry, and then you can get rid of the exit one, the price alert, KOL bars. I'd leave the migration on because that's the line at which it migrates. And then under markers, again, I keep my trades, keep dev trades, get rid of sniper, and that's pretty much it. So now it makes it a lot easier for us, but we still see all these bubbles. Let's just try and understand first what a chart means and what it looks like before getting into all of the rest of this stuff. What is this chart? What does it mean? Well, right now we're on the 1 minute time frame, which means that every single candle is going to show you everything that happens within that 1 minute. And so let's say the coin, like we said, started at 3.9K market cap. It started on this candle, and within 1 minute, it could have gone up and then down and up or down, whatever, but it ended up at 7.36. That's why it's a green candle. In this minute, it went up to 7.36. And then the next minute passed. And in that next minute, it could have gone up or down or sideways or whatever, but it ended up here at 11.3K. And then the third minute happened. And in this case, someone sold, and the coin in this third minute went down and whatever. And you can see with this thin line where, so it went all the way down actually to like 6K and then went back up, and it ended at the bottom at 9.6. And then the next minute passed, and you get the point. That's kind of how candles work. So that's how you understand charts. Now you have different time frames on charts. When we're trading on low cap coins, we're going to switch this time frame up here to 1 second. This is what's pretty important, and it's a lot easier to see within the second because they're super volatile, and you can literally see, okay, it's going up, it's going down, red, green, whatever, kind of self-explanatory. Right now it's at 26K. It might go down more, right? Whatever. You get the idea. Coins are going up and down, and you can see exactly where they are. And within the 1 second, you don't really have to worry about all the movements within that time frame because 1 second is so small, you literally just see the chart go down, up, whatever. So it's pretty self-explanatory. This is how a chart works. It's the basics. All of these bubbles we'll get into when we talk about wallet tracking, but essentially all of these bubbles represent different people buying and selling the coin. So For example, if I were to buy and sell a coin, I would show up on this bubble because I'm a known person in the space. It's called being a KOL, like an influencer, or just a general profitable wallet tends to be tracked. So all these bubbles show you when someone is buying or selling. And if you hover over it, you can see, for example, this person bought and sold, and you get the point. Now, on the bottom of this side, you have a few important tabs. You have the holders tab. This is going to show you everyone holding the coin. What I like to do is click this little bubble button right here, and it's going to show you the distribution of the coin. Now, most of the time, this doesn't matter too much. A lot of people put a lot of emphasis on it, but this is essentially a visual way to look at this. And what this is every single wallet in the coin, how much percent of the coin they have, so how much control over the coin they have, and exactly how much they bought, how much they sold, if they have sold already, and how much percentage in dollars they also have. So I'll show you, like, let's say someone has 2% of the coin, that could be equivalent to $400. And then maybe if this coin went up to 60K, that $200 would be worth $400, but it would still be 2% of the coin. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So this is the holder distribution. It's going to show you all of this. And then this little visualization of it is called bubble maps. And you can see, let's say one wallet, if I click on here, for example, it'll show you like clusters of percentage. So one wallet could have 1%, and then two other of the same person's wallet could have another 2% each. So in reality, the same person has 3% instead of the 1% that he says he has on one wallet. So you can see this example with this guy Cap, right? This dude has 1.3%, but on the side, he secretly has 3.3% total, and who knows how much other wallets he could have had in the coin. This is semi-important because it kind of gives you perspective of who has the power to make a coin move. So maybe on the surface, it shows you, oh yeah, this guy only has $400 in the coin. It's not that bad. But in fact, he actually has $1,200 in the coin, which means that if he wanted to, he can sell $1,200 of the coin and make the coin go down a lot quicker than what it appears to be only 400. A lot of people do this. It's called multi-walleting. A lot of people will hate on it. It's kind of essential now because we don't have that much volume in meme coins as we did before. So people will multi-wallet. You cannot avoid it, but there are ways to kind of look at what people's multi-wallets are holding. And then you can also see that most of the time, it doesn't really matter that much. You just want to be careful for anyone who holds way too much, right? So if someone has, like, I don't know, even up to 10%, it's not really a big deal. It's when someone starts having 30, 40, 50, 60% of the coin where you know that's an obvious scam and you can say, okay, I'm not going to buy this. Now, this tab, top traders, is going to show you exactly what it says it does, the people who are the top traders of the coin, who bought and who already sold and who are out, and how much money they made. This is pretty useful because you can actually go to these top traders and track these wallets and see what they're doing for the future and add them to their little bubbles. And we're about to go into wallet tracking, but you can like click on them, for example, click on this wallet, and this is going to like copy the wallet of the person that top traded the coin. And you can see like their most profitable trades, the trades that they're currently in, if they dev'd coins, and a bunch of different other features. So it's pretty cool. And then dev tokens is going to show you the creator of the coin's other coins. So a dev is someone who's created the coin. In this case, the dev has only created this coin, and it'll show you exactly. And also notice how over time, this coin has literally went from 20K to 35K when we were looking at it, which is pretty good. If I click on right here, click on price range, I can check where we first started looking at it. If you had purchased this coin, you'd be up 125%. Do you understand how crazy that is compared to traditional markets? Obviously, you can't put in, a huge amount, but where else can you get 125% gains in something so intuitive and simple other than meme coins? I can't think of anything else. But anyways, you can see all the devs' other tokens here. Again, in the meantime, you see all of these trades. And then on the right, you can actually buy and sell the token manually using this. You can set limit orders. So let's say you want to buy like a dip, for example, and move it around. You can make it so that it buys only when it reaches this certain line. And again, you can edit all of this here. Pretty self-explanatory. Here, you're going to have more token data. This is the stuff that we were looking at earlier. So if you go to the treasures tab, all of this stuff, top holders, if the dev is selling, whatever, you can also see it right here. Again, these are pretty self-explanatory. I kind of went over them, but the top 10 people holding the coin, the dev holding, snipers, and then as long as the stuff is green, it tends to be pretty fine. Then here you're gonna have the CA and the dev address of the coin. Bottom right is gonna show you similar tokens. In this case, there are a few. It's not super important to look at this, but I mean, just cool to have it in case. And then that's pretty much it. The last thing I would say to kind of keep in mind about this page is you're gonna always wanna have instant trade on. So you can click on instant trade right here, and it's gonna pull up this little panel. You you can move it around. And this is where you're gonna be buying and selling. So let's say you wanna buy, you'd click on here, buy, sell, whatever, and then you can sell percentages of the coin. So let's say I buy 1 SOL and I decide I wanna sell 25% of that, it's gonna sell me 0.25. And what you can also do is click on switch right here and actually just sell that 1 SOL. You choose, but it's better to think about it in selling percentages because coins go up and down and the amount that you have in the coin is going to vary. So usually you sell based on percentages and buy using this stuff. Now let's talk about buying real quick and fees and settings and all of that fun stuff. Now, if you go back to the trenches tab right here, click on quick trade preset and then edit presets, you're going to have 3 presets. You're going to have different buy and sell settings for each of these presets. And what I would recommend doing is keeping preset 1 for when you're buying here. For this, I would recommend raising the fees just a little bit. I would do probably something like 0.03 and 0.04 tip maybe. I would turn off mem protection here and I would raise the slippage. To quickly go over what this means is prio is going to be the fee that you're putting in to get filled ahead of time. So it's going to be like a fee that you're paying Solana to try and get filled before everyone else. Tip is that same thing, but it's just an even bigger fee. And slippage is the percentage difference that you're okay with getting into the coin at. So to explain that in a better way, let's say I buy this coin right here at 4K, click buy. Let's say the coin went up by 50%, but my slippage was 30%. It would not let me buy the coin. It would just refund my money. It would say, yeah, the coin went up too fast. Honestly, if you're trading with under 1 SOL, then these fees are a little high. I would leave these fees for 1, 2, or 3 SOL buys. If you're trading with less, so maybe 50 bucks or 100 bucks, I would actually lower this to 0.01 each. I was just thinking about that. And then that's gonna be your quick buy settings. Now, if you open the coin, you can actually do preset 2 now and leave these at cheaper fees. And that's gonna allow you to have 2 settings. So when I click this, it's gonna use preset 2, but when I'm quick buying, which I need higher fees for because I'm competing against other people to get into the coin, who are other people also quick buying the coin with higher fees, I'm gonna be able to get filled because my fees are higher on this one. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, I have a full video dedicated to fees and I'm having another one coming out as soon as possible about fees, settings, and all of that. So it makes it really easy. Another part that's pretty important is filters. Now, we set up default filters by clicking up here, so you don't really have to change them. However, if you do want to change them, you can click on filters for each tab and filter out certain coins. So let's say I want to go to metrics and I want to see only coins with 10,000 market cap or 7,000 market cap. It's gonna get rid of every single coin under 7,000 market cap, and now I'll only see coins with that. So we talked about this a little bit earlier, but a super important part of trading is wallet tracking. That's the ability to see what other people, influencers, and good traders are doing. The way you can do that is by going to the track tab, going to the import section, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the description of this YouTube video, open up my Discord server, discord.gg/solmafia, and then go verify yourself, and then go to the wallet tracking page. And you're gonna download this right here, and it's gonna allow you to actually copy all of these wallets. So when you download, it should show you a message file right here. It should show you a bunch of like code stuff. Just Command A, Command C, paste it in here, click on import, and then bang, you have all of the wallets that I track. So this gives you a lot of time because you can literally just use the wallets that I track. And then you're gonna click on this little notification thing right here because you don't want them to pop up every single time someone buys and sells a coin. Now go back to trenches, bottom left, you're gonna click on the wallets right here, click on top right, dock right, or left, obviously it's mainly preference, and click on trades. And now we have another layer to our trenches tab. You have the new page, the soon about to migrate, the migrated page, and this wallet tracking page. This is gonna show you other people buying and selling a coin in real time, which is super useful because all these people tend to have a little bit of motion. They're like influencers. They're people that can move charts just by being in the coin and that bring attention to the coin. So let's go to Bob, for example. I can go to Bob. I can see that West, a really good trader actually that I traded with, bought Bob for $264 at 12K 2 minutes ago. It actually went up probably because West bought. Then it ended up selling again and he ended up selling for break even. Then the coin went down and then they actually ended up going back up. Also, I would not recommend copying these guys. When you see West buy coin, don't just buy it blindly, but use it more as a way to learn. See how they're trading, develop a trading style that suits you based on how these people trade, and look at the coin, maybe give it another look. Maybe you saw this coin, you were like, oh, I don't like it. And then someone that you track buys and you're like, wait, this coin might actually be something. Let me take another look. So now we understand kind of what's going on. We know about charts, we know about wallet tracking. What makes a coin go up? This is the fun part, the strategy of it. Why is Kizuna higher than, I don't know, we have a filter on, but every single coin under it? Well, there are certain reasons behind that. The first is gonna be the most evident. It's the narrative. Every coin has a story and has a reason for going up. So this coin right now has 53 people, 49 holders, and the market ultimately will decide if a coin is good or not, always. And if I go to this coin, well, I can see, okay, tracked wallets are in, so it's a real coin. It's at 9K. So I'm gonna click on the link, I'm gonna read. Well, right now it's a Google Japan tweet, and if I translate the post, a morning call from Kizuna AI. Okay, so this seems like Google Japan posted a anime girl with the AI, and it's a cute anime girl that Google Japan posted. Makes sense. Someone would make this a meme coin. People make a meme coin out of everything. Anything that has attention. If it can get attention to your name, it's gonna have a meme. It could be news, it could be something that's a good narrative that can go higher and has certain catalysts. It can be what someone said, so it could be what someone does. Usually Elon has a lot of motion in the trenches. So let's say Elon gets a new dog, then someone's gonna make a coin for Elon's dog and it's gonna go really, really high. So that's kind of how it works in terms of like narratives. And your job is to become better at identifying narratives and if they're good or bad. So it's a lot easier said than done. It sounds easy and like you're like, oh, it makes sense. And then you'll later learn it's really hard. Your job all day, at least if you're new pair trenching, which is what I do, is you're gonna sit in front of this new pair section and you're gonna wait for a good narrative to come out. You're gonna look at this, you're gonna see, okay, Elon tweeted and said, JK Rowling is right, blah, blah, blah. This coin just doesn't mean anything, right? So I'm gonna skip. And I'm gonna see Craftify. This is the biggest trend on X right now. It has 50 million views. If I click on it and then click on the coin, White House posts Trump as a Minecraft character. By the way, it's really important to have a Twitter account. If you don't already have it, make one so that you can read these stuff. Obviously, I have one on my other page, but just in general, have a Twitter account. So White House posts Trump as a Minecraft character, Craftify. Let's see. This is not a terrible coin, but maybe it was already made. If I look it up, Craftify, look at that. Craftify was already made and it's actually at 11K and it went to 13K. And that is an example of like a coin that was kind of okay and that was already made, so that one wouldn't have gone up. If a coin has already been made, it does not go up. People will redev coins to try and get you all the time. Let's see, Coco. If I click on first ChatGPT companion and I read this, OpenAI is holding a dev day and there's a bunny. Let's see if this is true. If I go to the website, let's see if I can find Coco. I can't. So I know this is fake and this probably isn't gonna go up or do anything. It's probably gonna go 0 and I go to the next. All these people that are creating coins right now are gonna try and get you. They're gonna try and make fake coins, coins that are already made, whatever they can do to try and get you to buy. Your job is to investigate and decide, yeah, this is good, this is bad. And if it's good, it'll go up, but if it's bad, it won't go up. And you also wanna make sure that you're not buying over devs that have too much of supply. So when you see this dev holding, if someone is holding 20, 30, or 40% and it's red, you wanna be careful, because there's a high chance that it's probably a trap to try and get them to sell on you. So if I go to Jenny Coin, for example, this is a great example. Someone created this coin, and if I go back to the edge, they had so much supply of this coin, right? It started with a huge wick up. This isn't super, like, it's not an exact science, right? If someone, for example, 27% top line holders, this coin has a KOL in it, Scaro. So he's a YouTuber and like streamer, and because he bought and sold the coin, well, you know that it's a real coin. You just know that one person had a lot of the coin. And that was a little like something to be watching out towards. It doesn't mean don't buy the coin. The number one thing that you should be looking at is the narrative. Number one thing for me is scan the coin. Okay, what is it? It's a lady with a dog. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not the best coin, which is why it's at 0. Now, there are a few things to watch out for, and these are called fake charts. People will make fake coins to try and trick you to buy. So Loom here is probably a pretty good example. Sometimes they're real, but sometimes charts are just too good to be true, and some of them are really good and it's hard to notice. But like if a chart opens in a certain way, so if I look at this and you can see that the chart instantly spawned at 3 and then instantly 1 candle to 4 and then just slow snaked up. This could be a fake chart with one person owning a lot of the supply. It's not always true. This could also be a real chart. We're seeing KOLs buy it, so I could be wrong. And this could be a completely real chart. However, you want to be careful and just make sure that the charts that you're buying aren't completely controlled by certain people. Let's see, Musk Industries, this is definitely a real coin. You have a lot of tracked wallets in it. This blank coin, this is a fake coin, probably. Actually, definitely, this is definitely a fake coin, and I'll tell you how you know it. Well, you can see the dev cells are kind of weird, but if I scroll down, you see all of these wallets are fresh wallets. This means that this is all one person. So this coin at one point is just gonna insta run, even though it's at 18K. And again, no KOLs are in it. So you'll learn what coins are real and what coins are fake through a matter of time and practice. And unfortunately, you will get rugged. I'm not teaching you not to get rugged. I'm just trying to give you guys tips on how to avoid it. And look, just like I told you, instantly rugged. Someone probably bought up here and lost money. However, it's just part of the game. Over time, you'll get better at identifying them and you'll be able to know immediately because you're spending all of your time practicing, identifying good versus bad narratives and good versus bad charts, certain traders, how they're trading. And that's why it's really useful at first to start trading with other people, because over time, tracking other people, you'll be able to learn, what they're buying and why they're buying it and kind of get an idea. Again, don't necessarily copy them, but just use them as a way to develop confidence in yourself in your trading. Another way you can do this is through streaming. So people like me, people like Wes, will go on Twitch and stream crypto. They'll do it live and they'll trade in front of you. And this is the fastest way to learn, in my opinion. I think there's no better way. You're gonna go to crypto right here. You're gonna see all of the top traders for the most part. The ones with the most viewers tend to be pretty good. So you can go to Scaro, for example, or Phoenix, or anyone who is up here trading, like by viewers, and you can learn from them. You can see exactly what they're doing. You can ask them questions and you can see this guy literally buy and sell coins live in front of you. Now, obviously there's a reason they're doing this. This guy is streaming live so that he can make money off of you watching his stream. Obviously, it's pretty much a given. He's not doing it for free. There's an advantage because if 400 people are watching the stream and if he clicks on a coin, more likely to go up. However, it doesn't mean that there's not value that you can get out of it. If you look exactly at what he's doing and learn from him and sit. People like me, I'm live as much as I can be. You are gonna become a much better trader a lot quicker, and you're gonna learn narratives and you're gonna understand, yeah, this is a good coin or a bad coin. Why? And over time, you're just gonna get the hang of it. Honestly, this is something you get the hang of. It's not just handed to you on a silver platter, else obviously you wouldn't be able to make money. And it's not a fast money guarantee method or anything like that. It's a skill that you have to learn and practice and develop over time. However, if you do really put in the effort and the time, like anything else in life, you'll probably see a little bit of success with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you haven't already, you can join my free trading Discord and download the terminal using all the links at my website, ethanprosper.com. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.